Alright, man. We're going to check out this video. Shout out to Post 2K, low-key. Bro been letting me eat low-key. I ain't going to lie to you, man. I got to give my shout out to Post 2K. You doing your thing, bro. Jimmy High Roller, where you at, bro? Where you at? I love to see you two dropping bangers this summer. I need it. I absolutely need to have it. But we got the 2020 NBA bubble was better than you remember. I did watch the bubble. Obviously, a lot of us, all basketball fans, watched the bubble, bro, because we had nothing else better to do. You know what I mean? My team obviously was not in the bubble. The Warriors, we did not make it there. We were not good in 2020. Only real Warrior survivors remember 2020. Only real Warrior survivors remember that year, bro. We was not good at all, bro. The Lakers obviously won the championship. I don't necessarily call it a fake championship. I don't. Basketball is basketball at the end of the day. No matter if there's a crowd or not, it's basketball. I just wish. You know what? I always debate with people this. Who's better? The 2020 Lakers or the 2022 Warriors? Who do y'all got winning in the series? The 7-game series. Who y'all got winning, man? Trust me, AD and LeBron was on one that season. But we cannot forget. We can't sit up here and act like Curry, Clay, Wiggins, and Poole were not all on one. They were all on one. The Lakers had a good bench. We had a good bench. People make it seem like our bench really wasn't good. Like Curry really just carried us. I don't even say Curry carried us there. We had a really good team, bro. We started off the season like 17-4. Who y'all got, man? But we gonna check out this video. Shout out to Post 2K. If you're new, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Turn on post notifications to be notified whenever I post a new video. The NBA Finals Game 5 is on tonight. Back in OKC. I'm not excited for this. I really need the Pacers to pull this out, because if they win this game, they are gonna win this series. Both of these teams, none of these two teams have lost back-to-back games. So I do need the Pacers to win tonight, because if y'all lose back-to-back, it's fucking over. It's over. I won't have enough trust in y'all to win both Game 6 and Game 7. I will not. So the Pacers got to win tonight. They have to win tonight. But let's check this out, man.
I love the NBA bubble. No fans, empty gyms, no travel, no home court advantage.
No home court advantage.
It was like an open gym with the best players on the planet. Pure
Curry wasn't there, so can't say that.
And it did not disappoint. We saw one of
the bubble was
greatest
entertaining though.
Duels of all time. Witnessed a handful of game-winning buzzer beaters, comebacks and chokes, legacies being cemented, and TJ Warren turning into Michael Jordan for
I forgot about that.
The bubble had it all. We're now nearly half a decade removed from it, and I thought it'd be a good time to revisit the wildest, weirdest,
that block was crazy
chapter in NBA history.
Yeah, the bubble's gonna go down in like NBA history, like for sure.
The Utah Jazz and OKC Thunder are scheduled to tip off at 7 p.m. on March 11th, 2020. Yet here we are 10 minutes later in a state of confusion. The officials are huddled up talking about something, and just moments later, like it was straight out of a movie, men in suits rush the court like the FBI to speak to the officials. Something was said.
I actually did not watch this game, so I don't remember. I do remember what Rudy fucking Gobert did at the end of this game, though. I do remember that. You are the cause of the COVID, bro. I don't care what nobody says, bro. COVID was a thing, but you caused it in the NBA, bro. You caused it.
The teams go back to their locker rooms, and the game is postponed. No one knew what was going on, but about an hour and a half after their scheduled tip-off, Shams Charania broke the news. Someone on the Utah Jazz had tested positive for a virus that for the past few months had the world on the cusp of a global pandemic. And
it's so weird. It almost feels like when the NBA shut down, that's when like folks like me, we got out of school. Like, you see this date, March 11th, bro. I swear, I don't remember the exact date, but I vividly remember it being March, because I was at work actually when they ended up telling us like, oh, we're getting out early. Like, the world was pretty much going on shut down. Like, I remember that vividly. And it was like March 3rd. It was somewhere around this day. It's so crazy, man.
One was Rudy Gobert, who just days prior had jokingly touched every reporter's mic in what is now seen as an act of complete ignorance. Not even 10 minutes after the news broke, the NBA announced they were suspending the season, becoming the first major sports league to do so. Word spread to Dallas, where the Mavericks were playing the Nuggets. Mark Cuban reacts to the news just like the rest of us. The sports world explodes.
Crazy.
And we're questioning if anything will ever be the same again. After a chaotic 5 months, the world began to calm down, and the NBA wasted no time. The league formalized a plan to resume the season on July 30th at the Walt Disney Resort in Orlando, inviting 22 teams to play 8 seeding games, followed by...
Bro, look how many Western Conference teams were allowed to come. That's crazy. I didn't even realize that. That's wild.
Full-length postseason. Thank God for the bubble, because we had a hell of a season going on. The new LeBron and AD Lakers were dominating as they were chasing a championship in honor of Kobe. The LA Clippers had just loaded up with the reigning champion and Finals MVP Kawhi Leonard alongside Paul George.
It's so crazy to think this was a year removed from Toronto, Kawhi in Toronto, bro. Like that's so weird to think about, bro. Like 80 wasn't on the Lakers yet. Kawhi was still in the East. A lot of things shook up just that offseason.
Battle
like, that
of
is
LA
wild.
in the conference finals seemed inevitable. The Denver
KD
Nuggets
just left.
duo were making noise as a possible dark horse, and a second-year superstar in Dallas was hooping. The West was loaded. Out East, the Bucks were steamrolling the NBA as the overall #1 seed, as Giannis
DiVincenzo was with the Bucks, man.
Back-to-back MVPs. Surprisingly, right on their tail were the Toronto Raptors, thriving in their first season without Kawhi in search of consecutive titles. And down in Miami, Jimmy Butler was making waves on his new team, surging as serious championship contenders. I mean, the guy didn't even bring any of his family to the bubble, stating that it was a business trip. He was locked in.
Has anybody even seen his family though? Like,
NBA season was finally back. Basketball was back. The seeding games made one thing blatantly clear. NBA players playing in an empty gym was like rookie mode compared to playing in front of 20,000 people. Some of the shots these guys were making had me thinking there were magnets in the ball. And don't even get me started with MJ Warren. The man exploded for 53 in his first bubble game. 53. TJ Warren and 53 points should never be in the same sentence together. But in the bubble, he was like
who was even on that Pacers team? I just seen who was that?
Should never be in the same sentence together.
Yeah, Malcolm Brogdon. Oh, they started Oladipo.
But in the bubble, he was like that, averaging 31 a night in the seeding games. It was like an alternate universe. In other news, Lou Williams was caught leaving the bubble to go to Magic City just for some wings.
Why was it still open?
Hit a game winner against the Nuggets to no crowd reaction, which felt weird. In a Raptors Magic game, Kyle Lowry and Aaron Gordon get into it, to which Lowry tells him his room number so they can handle business. Only in the bubble. However, the more
Kyle Lowry, you got your ass whooped.
You got stomped. All the clocks were broken, and no one knew why. They all said Dame time.
Dame was nasty. Imagine Curry in the bubble, bro. Oh my gosh.
Second chance points favoring Portland. Lillard for 3.
This is the Dame I know, man. Not the Dame in Milwaukee, man. Get well soon to Dame though.
Lillard fires, and it doesn't take much time. Right side, nice screen. Lillard launches. Dame wants another 3. Works on Jeremiah Martin, puts up another 3.
Damian Lillard dribbling up. You guard him. I don't care if that's CJ McCollum, that's Michael Jordan over there.
9.
Oh my goodness.
Look at this shot by Lillard.
That was from the NBA logo.
Crazy.
Oh my goodness, what a shot.
You gotta be kidding me.
Dame time was in full effect in the bubble as he averaged 37 points per game
my gosh.
with sizzling efficiency, including 51 on Philly and 61 on Dallas in back-to-back games. This dude was launching from just a step inside half court. He was possessed, so much so that he won the bubble MVP. Yup, the bubble MVP.
That's crazy. That Mickey Mouse trophy. Bro. That's crazy. A Mickey Mouse trophy, man. I'm giving that to my kids.
Quick one.
No bullshit.
The Bucks trampled the Magic in 5. The JT/JB Celtics battered an injured Philly team in 4. Miami looked deadly on their way to a sweep over the Pacers, lining them up for a date with the #1 seed Bucks. And the defending champs swept a depleted Nets team, including a Game 4 where the Raptors' bench scored 100 points. It's an NBA playoff record, and they'll need all of that.
Their bench scored 100?
Boston.
What was the end score of that?
The Raptors and Celtics were facing off in the postseason, and it was humbling for Toronto as the C's smacked them by 18 in Game 1. But they rallied in Game 2, up by 8 points headed into the fourth quarter. And then Marcus Smart happened. The dude cashed in 5 straight threes in a 4-minute span, including an and one to take the lead. Boston never looked back, and they're up 2-0. In our other Eastern series, we had the now back-to-back MVP and Defensive Player of the Year Giannis up against a well-balanced Miami team led by Jimmy Buckets.
Hey, Jimmy with us now. He with us.
Butler, who played like the MVP. He spazzed for a 40-piece, including 15 clutch points in the fourth to go up 1-0.
Man, that's what we need, Jimmy.
Game 2, tied at 114 with 4 seconds left, he does it again.
Miami inbounds. Here's Butler with 3. Butler with 2. With 1. Butler against
oh my
Matthews,
gosh.
gives it away and no good. Do we have a foul? We do. A foul.
That was a foul. It was a foul.
And Jimmy Butler can win it at the line.
Ooh.
2-0 in the series.
GG's.
Wow.
On a questionable shooting foul, Butler
questionable
free throws at the buzzer to
Post.
take a 2-0.
Hey, Post, don't be doing that, bro. That was a foul. I'm not even saying that just because he's on my team right now. That was a foul. That was a foul, Post.
Series lead. And in Game 3, he'd run it back. Jimmy outduels the MVP once again, pouring in a 17-point fourth quarter, while all of Milwaukee scored just 13. In an absolute shocker.
Hey, man, you know that nigga Jimmy Butler was getting domed off by Rachel Nicholson. Nicholson. Back in the bubble, man. That was motivating him, bro. That was definitely motivating him to get some.
Have the NBA's overall #1 seed on the ropes, down 0-3. The same deficit the Raptors
Giannis was kind of skinny back then.
5 seconds away from. Down 0-2 and tied at 101, Toronto fell asleep on defense as Daniel Tice threw down the go-ahead bucket with 0.5 on the clock. The Raptors are going to need some of that playoff magic from 2019 to pull off this miracle. But without Kawhi, who takes the final shot?
Up high, taking anybody.
Is it OG? Yeah.
Series on the line. Anunoby got it off, and it goes. Did it count? Is the question. OG.
This nigga Kyle Lowry had the fruitiest jump on.
At the buzzer.
Off an insane pass from 6-foot Kyle Lowry over a 7'6" Taco Fall, OG Anunoby quick triggers the corner 3 to save his team from an 0-3 deficit. It's one of the most underrated game winners of all time. Toronto kept the momentum.
It's because it was in the bubble, man.
Game 4 win to tie the series at 2, to which Boston responded with a Game 5 blowout to retake control of the series. But you can never underestimate the heart of a champion. In a Game 6 OT thriller, Kyle Lowry lasered in a dagger fadeaway for his 33rd point of the night as he slid on the court like a penguin in celebration. We got a Game 7.
He was coming off a chip,
however,
man.
did not force a Game 7. In fact, it got worse. Giannis got injured in Game 4, the Bucks somehow got the win, and with the MVP still out for Game 5, it was wraps. Miami kept their foot on the gas to complete the upset over the #1 seeded Bucks and clinch their ticket to the Eastern Conference Finals. But
I haven't seen him since.
An old foe or the defending champs? It was do or die for the Celtics and Raptors, and it came down to the wire. With Toronto down 2 with a minute left, Norman Powell gets the ball on the fast break, and Marcus Smart evolves into LeBron James.
Why didn't Norman Powell the only one with a cut?
His layup right off the backboard. It was insanity, and with another chance to tie the game, Fred VanVleet airballs.
Fred always taking these
Boston
dumbass
wins,
shots.
and the Tatum and Brown Celtics are back in the Eastern Conference Finals to face Miami.
Got downhill, couldn't punch it.
Crazy ass block. I don't know how his wrist bent like that.
Out in the Western Conference, the bubble MVP got to face the #1 seed LeBron AD Lakers in round 1. And you know what they say. That's all Taco Fall.
It ain't our ball.
Did they sweep them?
Nice little Euro step setting up Dwight Howard.
They had an insane team, bro.
Drives into the paint, goes inside, shot blocked by Davis.
He really tried to dunk on AD.
LeBron James. Davis suspends, step back, puts it in. Anthony Davis again finds Davis for the slam.
I can't believe the Lakers do not have Anthony Davis no more. That is fucking crazy.
Boy, he could see it coming. Now Green leaves it up top. Davis hammers it down. LeBron with a long three. That one's down. LeBron James.
Oh, they gentlemen swept them. Okay, they gentlemen swept them.
Houston and OKC was a movie. The series went 7, and with the Rockets up 1 with just 5 seconds left, James Harden seals the game on defense with a clutch block on Lou Dort to win the series and move on to face the Lakers in round 2. Our other series was Clippers-Mavericks, and a young superstar stole the show. In Game 4, down 2 games to 1,
these boys really lost to Luka.
This.
Back to Doncic.
Wait, did they lose?
Doncic pulls up, three-pointer.
Nah, I think they beat them. I think they beat them.
Bang! It's good. Doncic wins the game at the buzzer.
Luka, bro, you got to get back to that weight, bro. You got to get back to that weight.
Put up 43, 17, 13, and did that. It was mind-numbing. Kawhi and the Clippers would come through to win the series in 6, but holy, watch out for Dallas in years to come.
Dallas sending Luka Doncic to the Lakers.
Now, I saved the best for last. Utah versus Denver in an absolute classic. Donovan Mitchell wasted no time in Game 1, going ballistic for the 3rd highest scoring performance in NBA playoff history with 57 points. Want to know something funny though? It wasn't a loss. The Denver Nuggets won behind 36 from Jamal Murray. But this was just a preview. The Jazz responded with blowouts in games 2 and 3 to go up 2-1, which brings us to August 23rd, 2020.
This was a crazy game.
Greatest in-game playoff duel in history.
Yeah, it was like that, y'all. It was definitely like that. If you wasn't around, it was like that. This is when I feel like Jamal Murray burnt out. This is when I feel like he burnt out. He used it all in this game. Obviously, they won a chip. He contributed. He did his thing as the starting point guard. But this is when I feel like he just emptied the clip.
Lovely finds Murray. Shot clock down at 1. It gets up in time and counting. A decoy. Find an open. Donovan Mitchell shakes Porter in the second quarter. Step back 3. Murray. Oh, he's got it there. Here's Mitchell now. Pull up from the free throw line. He's got it. 5 minutes to go in regulation here. Murray fires again, and Murray hits again. Nice shot clock down to 4.
This one I was like, bro, who Murray think he is?
He hits a 3 and returns the stare down. Donovan Mitchell, a clutch 3-pointer for the Jazz.
They went down 3-1?
Mitchell and Murray become the first opponents to each score 50 points in the same playoff game in NBA history.
Crazy.
It was iconic. Murray was a sniper with 21 in the 4th, but Mitchell got the final laugh with 18 in the quarter and the win to take a chokehold on the series, up 3-1. Denver, though, would survive Game 5, and then the Stars did it again in Game 6. 44 for Mitchell, but it was one-upped by another 50-piece for Murray in the win. The dude couldn't miss, and this series is tied at 3.
Y'all boys sold a 3-1 lead.
It was an absolute slugfest. And with Denver up 2 in the final moments, this series gave us
I forgot Conley was on the Jazz.
Heartstopper.
Oh, yeah.
Tapped, he lost it. The Nuggets come up with a defensive play. Murray, they missed the layup. Gobert got it. Mitchell hanging at the other end. 2 seconds.
Oh, yeah, Conley just, it went in and out. Oh, nah. I feel for you right now, bro. I feel for you right now, bro. 5 years removed. I feel for you.
Off an insane sequence that saw Torrey Craig miss a wide open layup, Mike Conley rims out a 3 that could have won the series for Utah. Instead, Denver completes the 3-1 comeback in one of the all-time playoff series.
Damn.
And they're off to face the Clippers. Round 2 in the West gave us Lakers versus Rockets.
They haven't played since, right?
Was pure entertainment.
They haven't played each other since, like in a series.
LeBron sprints down the court and completely baptizes Russell Westbrook. LA was buzzing, but Houston roared right back. And as Russ drained a 3 that sealed the game, he starts talking smack to an empty gym. It was the most Westbrook thing you can imagine. But you know what they say, Russ 3,
KFC, UFC, Lakers in 5.
LA continues their playoff destruction to move on to the Western Conference Finals, where they'll either get those pesky Nuggets or a highly anticipated Battle of LA. Clippers versus Nuggets was seen as a cakewalk for LA, and it started out that way with a 23-point murder in Game 1. Denver responded in Game 2 to tie the series, and Game 3 was a house of highlights. Michael Porter Jr. detonates on Montrezl Harrell, Zubac gives Millsap a facial, and
Zubac's been with the Pacers for some time now. I mean, not the Pacers,
Kawhi
the
literally hits him with a middle finger for one of the most disrespectful blocks ever to seal the win. And the clock kept it rolling in Game 4 with a masterclass to go up 3-1, and the Battle of LA seems imminent. There's no way Denver has another 3-1 comeback in them. No, I'm just kidding, they do. The Clippers choked away a 16-point lead in Game 5. In Game 6, LA sold again, losing a 19-point third quarter
got way too comfortable. I heard like the Clippers players didn't even want to be there. They just got way too comfortable.
34-14 and
that's not even an excuse. I just feel like they did.
Win by 13, and somehow this one's going 7. The Nuggets become the only team in NBA history with 2 3-1 comebacks in the same playoff run.
That's wild. I ain't even know that.
Thanks to Murray and Jokic. Jamal oozed confidence in Game 7, draining some ballsy threes on his way to another 40-point night alongside 16, 22, and 13 from the Joker.
Yeah, he emptied the clip.
Kawhi and PG
Murray definitely emptied the clip.
Look at these numbers. After all that talk, the Clippers completely collapsed. It'll be Denver off to face the Lakers.
And then we seen it 2 more times in the playoffs.
Heat and Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals was a rivalry renewed with new faces, and it lived up to the hype. In Game 1, the Heat are down 1 with 15 seconds left in overtime. Butler drives down and throws in a wild and 1 to go up 2. Boston needs something, and the new face of their franchise has the ball.
Clock at 7. Working against Butler, got downhill. Bam says, get it out of here. Out of bio. Sky high.
Nasty.
With the block.
That's just nasty, y'all. That's just nasty.
Bam. Literally gets nothing but ball as he stuffs Tatum at the cup. With
and
one
Tatum
of the
was
cleanest
punching
blocks
that.
you'll ever see. Miami takes Game 1.
Man, this nigga Jay Crowder done hopped on everybody did, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. How many teams has Jay Crowder played for, bro? Has this nigga played for the whole NBA organization? Every team? He hasn't been on my team now. I know that one for sure. But this nigga damn near been on every single team, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
And in Game 2, the Heat kept riding their hot streak to go up 2-0 in their 3rd straight series. Jimmy tried to warn us. It was all business. Back in the West, the Lakers and Nuggets were gearing up for a war in the Western Conference Finals. But Game 1 was anything but
I think the gentlemen swept
the
them.
Lakers did what the Clippers couldn't as they built up a big lead and kept it behind 37-10 from AD to go up 1-0. In Game 2, though, we got what we signed up for.
Back when AD had his center.
And AD and the Joker are going at it. Jokic tips in a ridiculous shot to go up 1. AD responds to go back up 1, and then Joker gets him right back with a hook shot to retake the lead. Now down 1 with 2 seconds left. Does AD have one more?
Y'all ever thought about it? AD and Joker. Okay, y'all might say not no more at this point because we all know Joker is just like, at this point now, Joker is like arguably the best player in the NBA outside of Steph Curry. Could you say that AD and Joker is like Kyrie and Steph? Like, nobody's really better than the other. Like, they're both genuinely, like, they cancel each other out. They can't guard each other. So, I think it's the same, man. I think it's like that Curry and Kyrie argument. Obviously, Curry's greater than Kyrie, like, with resume and all that shit. But, like, they neck and neck with each other. They always cancel each other out, bro.
In him.
Jokic Trying to disrupt Rondo. He puts it in.
That
Here's
game
Davis
winner.
4-3 in the win.
Then they got rid of them jerseys. I don't know why.
Oh, it's good. Anthony Davis has won it for the Lakers.
Bubble AD comes through with a colossal wing three to win the game, yelling Kobe as he celebrates the Black Mamba uniforms, while also smoking Dion Waiters. The trade for AD is paying off, and just like the Heat, LA goes up 2-0. Miami, however, got some pushback in Game 3. Boston delivered in a must-win game to get back in the series, to which a rookie Tyler Hero countered in Game 4 with a 37-point bomb, including 17 in the fourth, to go up 3-1.
Damn, I didn't know he was a
Boston
rookie.
would get one more in Game 5, then the Heat shut down any chance of a comeback in Game 6, as they clinch an NBA Finals appearance for the first time in 6 years as the 5th seed. No one saw this coming. Back in the West, coming off of Anthony Davis's unreal game winner, the Lakers stumbled in Game 3 as Denver got themselves back in the series. But LA came right back with a Game 4 win to go up 3-1. Wait, 3-1? Can Denver possibly...
Hell nah. Hell nah.
LeBron shut down any chance of another 3-1 comeback as he turned back the clock for a masterful 38-16-10 performance, including a 16-point fourth quarter barrage to get the Lakers back in the NBA Finals. The King will be making his 9th Finals appearance in 10 years, chasing his 4th championship against a team he once brought to the Promised Land.
That's tough.
The underdog Miami Heat and the star-studded Los Angeles Lakers in an NBA Finals with no fans starting on September 30th. This is going to be one for the books. Game 1 started out hot, but it only lasted a quarter. The Lakers blew the game wide open the rest of the way to win by 18. AD was electric for 34, 9 and 5, while LeBron toyed with his former team for 25, 13 and 9. The NBA's best duo was utterly dominant, as LA takes Game 1.
At least Jimmy got them
Miami
too. At least he got them too.
Game 1, and I mean that in the literal sense. Bam Adebayo dealt with a left shoulder strain, while Goran Dragic suffered a tear in his left foot.
Damn.
With both guys out for Game 2, the Heat were down 2 starters, and it went as expected. The Lakers took a commanding 14-point lead into halftime, and there was nothing Miami could do. LA is now 4-0 when wearing the Black Mamba jerseys this postseason in honor of Kobe. They're up 2-0, but the job's not finished. Entering Game 3 on the brink of an 0-3 deficit, Miami needed a miracle with Adebayo and Dragic still sidelined. There was no other option. The Butler had to serve up a masterpiece.
Assist a career high for him in Game 2. Then with the steal,
that boy Jimmy was not going down 3-0. He wasn't going.
Caruso on him. Goes right at him and banks it home. As we approach the midway point here in the second. Mid-range jumper from Butler. Butler backs
Jimmy, where was that at this season, bro?
Shot is up and good. 34 for Butler. Butler the drive, the runner, he banks it in. Oh, what a masterpiece from Jimmy Butler.
In what is no doubt the greatest game
of
Jimmy Butler's career, the dude went supernova for 40 points, 11 rebounds, and 13 dimes, becoming just the 3rd player in history to post a 40-point triple-double in the NBA Finals. It was a performance for the ages, capped off by a tough and-one and snarl from his rookie to get right back in the
That shit became an easy meme. Quick meme.
LeBron entered Game 4 with this emotionless anger. You could see it on his face, and no one really knew why, until he did this.
Back out Robinson, stolen by James. James drives, goes inside and throws it down.
Halfway through the first quarter, he gets the steal, flies down the court, bodies Tyler Hero, and throws down the two-handed
Man, that boy
slam,
Tyler Hero was flopping, bro. You
rookie
making me
back
look bad.
for that snarling Game 3. This was personal for LeBron, and with a 6-point lead late in the fourth, it was LA's newest star who shined the brightest.
Back to Davis. Davis for 3. Davis from downtown.
I don't know what Anthony Davis was taking back then,
take a
but
9-point lead. Timeout Miami.
Anthony Davis hits a monster 3 to push the lead to 9, and by he and LeBron's reaction, you can tell this one's over. The purple and gold are just one win away from their 17th championship.
KCP. I don't know, bro. They shouldn't have blew up that team. They tripping.
Entering Game 5 with one team on the cusp of a title and the other on the brink of failure, we had a storm brewing. So let's skip to late in the fourth quarter, where we got the Butler versus the King. With a couple minutes left, Jimmy pulls up and puts his team up 2. James counters as he flips home a tough and one to take the lead. Butler throws out the post and takes it right back. Bron puts back his own miss and LA's back on top. Jimmy drives right down,
no one for him.
gets the foul, and you can see how exhausted he is as he nearly collapses onto the table. Butler was giving it his all. LA answered again with a putback from AD, but Jimmy didn't let up as he knocked down 2 more free throws to go up 1. Now with 15 seconds left, LeBron
was when Danny Green sold
possession with a chance to win the championship. He drives to the cup, gets triple teamed, throws it back to Danny Green for a wide open 3, but he collects it.
Damn near airball.
Morris gets the rebound and inexplicably throws it out of bounds. Despite 40-13, 7-3 from the King, it was the Butler who came through.
And they finally lost in the Kobe jerseys. That's tough. That's tough. And it wasn't even because of their star players.
35-12, 11-5, and most importantly, the win. We're going to a Game 6. The Lakers entered Game 6 on a mission.
Yeah, facts.
It was over before it even started, as they took a 28-point lead into halftime.
28-point
dream season
lead.
was about to be complete. It was lights out.
And that's it. It's over. This historic 2020 NBA championship belongs to the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers conquer the bubble, and banner number 17 will soon hang in the rafters.
It's cool, Lakers. That's all y'all will have for the meantime.
Named after him one day. The Finals MVP is LeBron James.
Curry got them too. He got 4 too.
Wants his respect. Coach Vogel wants his respect. Our organization want their respect. Laker Nation want their respect. And I want my damn respect too.
Man, shout out to Post 2K, man. I can't get enough of his videos, man. It's forever gonna be entertaining, bro. Shout out to the Lakers, man. Shout out to every team that even made it to the bubble, man. Y'all gave us a movie the whole time, man. Y'all gave us a straight movie, bro. My Warriors would have definitely won a championship. I don't care what y'all say. But it's cool we won one 2 years later.